now to a Maritimer who wishes he made a different decision. Several years ago, he got behind the wheel one night after he had been drinking and crashed his car. Two of his friends were injured, but managed to walk away. Now he was left in a coma, followed by years of rehabilitation. Now he's hoping by sharing his story, others will think twice about drinking and driving. CTV's Jacqueline Foster has been talking to Claude Comeau, and she joins us now live with more from downtown Halifax. Jackie?
Well, Star Claude Comeau says making decisions is part of life. It makes us who we are. And while he is still ashamed about a choice he made several years ago, like you said, he's hoping by speaking out, he can make a difference.
It gives me shivers when I think of the people I could have killed.
Claude Comeau speaks openly and honestly. At 26, he got behind the wheel of his car after a night out drinking.
I've seen people do it thousands of times, never get hurt.
He says he had done it himself, but this time it caught up to him. His car left the road in Metagan. Two friends who were with him were hurt, although not seriously. Claude ended up in a coma, spent a year in hospital, 5 in a wheelchair.
I'm thinking maybe the good Lord saved me from dying so I can share my story and save other lives.
13 years later, he's sharing his story online.
I did not believe they could happen to me.
And in schools, hoping others learn from his poor choice.
I'd just like to share my story with people and have them make wiser decisions when it comes to that.
We certainly realize that when someone has had a change in behavior and a change in lifestyle, and they recognize how close they've come to what could have been a very different outcome, that their message can be very effective as others listen and consider the different choices that they've made and have put them back on the right track.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving says there are many ways the message needs to get out, through public awareness campaigns as well as families who share stories about loved ones lost. Susan McCaskill says everyone can play a role.
They're out on the highway and they see someone operating a vehicle that they believe may be impaired by drugs or alcohol. Make that 911 call. That can save a life.
Police say that's working.
Each month, my partners in the Halifax Police and the RCMP put out a monthly impaired driving report, and there's a good percentage of those calls that came directly from citizens.
Claude Comeau hopes those who hear his story get the message.
Think of the consequences of your decisions before you make them and how they will affect you, and it's not all about you, it's about everybody else that your decisions can affect.
A lesson he learned the hard way, and one that has changed his life.
And Susan McCaskill from that says she does believe that progress is being made, but as she says, there's always room to do more. She and her colleagues, she says, are constantly meeting with all political parties to talk about ways to promote further change and to also keep an eye to make sure that legislation that's introduced is being followed through.
Very compelling story. Thanks for sharing tonight, Jackie.
You're welcome.
CTV's Jacqueline Foster reporting live tonight.